The relationship between cause and effect is undoubtedly one of the most essential concepts for understanding our existence. Imagine a robust and leafy tree. What we see above the ground, the trunk, branches, leaves, is just part of the story. The true strength that sustains this tree is hidden in the roots that extend deep into the soil. Similarly, the material reality we experience is supported by invisible spiritual forces. These forces are the roots that keep everything in balance, and ignoring them would be like trying to understand a tree without considering its roots. The cause, in this sense, is the invisible and spiritual element that originates events and objects in the material world. When we see something happen, whether it's a small change in our personal lives or a major global event, there is always an underlying force that gave rise to it. Nothing happens by chance. Every effect we see, every result we experience, has a specific cause that preceded it. This view allows us to understand life in a deeper and more connected way. This interconnection between cause and effect teaches us about the importance of our actions and intentions. If every effect has a cause, then our actions and thoughts, which are causes themselves, have a direct impact on the world around us. This places us in a position of great responsibility, as we can influence material reality through our spiritual and emotional choices. Just as a tree needs healthy roots to grow strong, we need to cultivate our spiritual roots to live a full and balanced life. This interconnection is not just linear but also dynamic and interactive. Every element in the material world is constantly influencing and being influenced by the corresponding spiritual forces. This creates a continuous cycle of action and reaction, where cause and effect are in constant dialogue. Understanding this allows us to work more consciously to align our actions with positive spiritual forces, creating a cycle of beneficial energy that reverberates throughout our existence. Understanding the interconnection between cause and effect also helps us develop a more holistic view of the world. Instead of seeing isolated events as disconnected, we begin to perceive the complex web of relationships and influences that make up reality. This allows us to act more wisely and compassionately, knowing that each of our actions has an effect that goes beyond the immediate and visible. In summary, the interconnection between cause and effect offers us a powerful lens to understand and transform our lives and the world around us. The metaphor of the cosmic tree is one of the most poetic and profound ways to understand the relationship between cause and effect. Imagine a tree whose roots are in the sky and whose branches and leaves extend downward, touching the material world. This image, particularly the inverted cosmic tree in Kabbalah, illustrates how the true source of everything that exists in our world is in the spiritual realms. According to Rabbi Isaac Luria, one of the great masters of Kabbalah, this tree represents the Torah and its many branches, both spiritual and material. The essence of this metaphor is that to truly understand and influence the world around us, we need to look at the cause, that is, the spiritual roots, and not just the visible effects. When it comes to change, people commonly focus on the branches and leaves, that is, on material effects and manifestations. However, for lasting and significant changes, it is necessary to reach and influence the root of the cosmic tree. This means that instead of trying to change only external circumstances, we must seek transformation at the root, in the spiritual causes that give rise to these circumstances. Only then can we ensure that changes are deep and sustainable, and not just superficial and temporary. This idea also leads us to a deeper understanding of how spiritual forces work. In the spiritual realm, things are not as linear and predictable as in the material world. The invisible forces at the root of the cosmic tree have a much more extensive and powerful impact than any action we can perform on the material plane. Therefore, by focusing on the cause, we are accessing a much higher level of influence capable of shaping reality more significantly. Ascending to the spiritual realm is not a simple task, but it is essential for those seeking true transformation. This process requires meditation, introspection, and a deep understanding of the spiritual forces that govern our reality. By connecting with these forces, we can begin to influence the root of the cosmic tree and consequently change the effects we see in our material world. It is a deep and continuous internal work but brings immense rewards in terms of fulfillment and harmony. Therefore, the metaphor of the cosmic tree teaches us that true change starts from the inside out, from the cause to the effect. To truly transform our lives and the world around us, we need to connect and influence the spiritual roots that feed our reality. Only then can we achieve lasting and significant change, reflecting the true essence of our being in the universe. Intention is one of the most powerful forces at our disposal. Coming directly from the spiritual realm, intention acts as a catalyst for creation, shaping the material world in ways that are often invisible to the common eye. When we talk about intention, we are not just referring to a superficial desire or will, but to a deep and conscious force that guides our actions and thoughts in alignment with elevated principles. This intention, when correctly directed, has the power to transform not only our inner state but also the reality around us. Language, in turn, is the means through which we express our intentions. Words have power. They are more than just sounds or symbols. They are vehicles that connect our thoughts and emotions with the external world. When we use language consciously, we can influence the spiritual forces that shape our reality. Words of empowerment and positivity can plant positive thoughts in our minds, creating a virtuous cycle of internal transformation that reflects externally. It is fascinating to think that language is not just a tool for communication but also for creation. When we speak, we are literally giving shape to our intentions and emotions, shaping the reality around us. This is especially important in the context of Kabbalah, where the word is seen as a bridge between the material and the spiritual world. By using words of wisdom, compassion, and love, we are directly influencing the spiritual forces that govern our existence, promoting positive changes both in ourselves and in the environment around us. Intention and language together form a powerful combination. When we align our intentions with words that reflect these elevated purposes, we are creating a synergy that can profoundly transform our reality. This alignment is not something that happens by chance. It requires practice, awareness, and continuous effort to keep our thoughts, words, and actions aligned with our spiritual goals. But when we manage to do this, the results can be truly miraculous. In summary, both intention and language are essential tools for transformation. They allow us not only to communicate and express our thoughts and emotions, but also to consciously and intentionally shape reality. By using these tools wisely and consciously, we can create a life that reflects our deepest values and highest aspirations, promoting a world of greater harmony, compassion, and unity. Spiritual knowledge is one of the fundamental pillars to achieve a state of internal alignment. When we acquire and apply this knowledge, we awaken a latent potential that exists within each of us. This awakening is not just a change of perception but a profound transformation that aligns us with a state of completeness and harmony. This internal alignment not only improves our quality of life but also has a cascading effect that influences the spiritual forces that shape external reality. The process of acquiring spiritual knowledge is, in itself, a journey of self-discovery and refinement. It involves introspection and critical analysis of our thought patterns and intentions. By dedicating ourselves to this process, we begin to see how our actions and thoughts influence not only our own lives but also the world around us. This awareness allows us to make choices more aligned with the highest spiritual principles, promoting continuous evolution. When we are aligned internally, our external reality begins to reflect this harmony. This does not mean that all challenges and difficulties will disappear, but that we will be better equipped to deal with them more wisely and compassionately. Internal alignment gives us the clarity and strength needed to navigate life's complexities, keeping us firm in our principles and values. This state of internal balance is the foundation for a life of greater fulfillment and purpose. True spiritual transformation is not an isolated event but a continuous process of growth and evolution. By aligning ourselves with the highest spiritual principles, we promote a change in the spiritual forces that shape the world. This change manifests in various ways, from improvements in our health and well-being to greater harmony in our relationships and community. Internal transformation, therefore, is the key to external transformation, creating a virtuous cycle of growth and evolution. Finally, internal alignment is a state of being that we can all achieve through spiritual knowledge and conscious practice. It is a process that requires dedication, patience, and a continuous commitment to our own evolution. But the benefits are immense, not only for ourselves but also for the world around us. By aligning ourselves with higher spiritual principles, we promote a reality that reflects unity, compassion, and harmony, creating a better world for all. If our reality is shaped by the interconnection between cause and effect, what can you do today to positively influence this chain? Remember the cosmic tree. What do you think needs to be adjusted in the roots of your life to see real changes in the branches? How about using intention and language as tools for transformation? Think about how the words you choose can alter not only your emotional state but also the reality around you. What kind of words have you been using lately? Are they words of empowerment or limitation? And what about spiritual knowledge? How is it present in your daily life? Do you feel aligned with an internal state of completeness? If not, what can be done to achieve this alignment? What spiritual practices can you incorporate to awaken this latent potential? Leave your answers in the comments. I really want to know how you are applying these concepts in your daily life. And, of course, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends. Let's go on this journey of spiritual transformation together. See you next time, everyone.